Hi everybody, welcome back to Lassamor Diaries. So I finished the Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, and to me it wasn't just a fantasy. As usual, it felt like a reflection for real life, how we survive pain, betrayal, and somehow choose to live again. You know that moment when you realize you've been healing in silence for so long that the person you become now barely resembles the version that was once broken? That's exactly what this series reminded me of. Because the prison healer isn't just about surviving, it's about reclaiming your light after everything tries to dim it. So let's get to the lessons I learned in this series. The first lesson here is one: when survival becomes your identity. There's something about Kiva's story that really hits me in this book. She spent years trapped, not just physically in prison, but also emotionally and mentally. And I think a lot of us live that without even realizing this. We might not be behind bars, but we build these invisible cages made of fear, guilt, and things we refuse to let go. We keep telling ourselves we are okay, but really we are only surviving. Kiva's strength in this book reminded me that survival isn't weakness. It is proof of resilience, but at some point, survival alone stopped being enough. You have to start living again. You have to stop waiting for freedom and start creating it. Two, healing doesn't mean forgetting. I think one of the hardest lessons I learned, and I think most of you can relate to, is that healing doesn't mean the past disappears, but it means it stopped controlling you. When Kiva finally started to trust again, when she learned to love again, despite the betrayal and disgust, that is the part that really made me stop and think, because that is what healing is. It's not about pretending the hurt never happened. It's about choosing not to live in it anymore. And honestly, that is something I've been learning too, that you can forgive yourself about who you were when you were just trying to survive. Krista, Kiva, and the power of unexpected grace. I used to think that the people who hurt us should stay away from our story forever. But reading this Prison Healer made me realize that sometimes grace comes from unexpected places. Krista, who I honestly didn't like at first, turns out to be the reason why Kiva made it through. And that hits me hard because sometimes the people we least expected are the ones who show up when it matters more. And honestly, life has a way of humbling you like that. It teaches you not to judge too fast and to be open to the idea that healing might come from places that once hurt you. And the final lesson here is for choosing to live again. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, the ending of this trilogy made me cry. It reminded me that even when everything feels broken, there is still beauty in rebuilding. And I think that is exactly where I am right now. Not the broken part, but the rebuilding part. The part where you start to dream again, trust again, and letting people through again. And maybe that is what I'm trying to tell you today. You are allowed to outgrow your pain. You are allowed to start over, even if it scares you. Because healing doesn't make you weak, it makes you whole. So if you're in your prison phase, whether it's heartbreak, grief, burnout, or just trying to find your footing again, remember this: freedom starts with forgiving yourself. That's what this series taught me, that pain doesn't define you, but how you rise from it does. So thank you for watching, loves. As always, I hope that this reminds you that healing is linear, it's layered, it's messy, and it's also beautiful. That's it for the Prison Healer life lesson. And I think after today, I'm going to be combining both my review and life lesson together, so we have it all in one package. I hope you guys are going to love that because I'm so busy these days. I'm looking for a way to give you what you need and also get the time that I deserve. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share your own healing story below. I would love to connect with you. That's it for today. Stay inspired, stay curious. Until next time.